Hi everyone, my name's Brenda Rodriguez. I'm the farmer manager with Green Our Planet. This video is to help you learn how to properly plant seeds. Usually when you purchase a package of seeds, there are instructions on the back. This is going to tell you how deep to plant the seed, how far to space them apart, and how long it will take before you can harvest them. There's also usually a handy little map that tells you what time of year you should plant your seeds. So let's get started. The first thing you want to remember when planting seeds is the smaller it is, the shallower it should be planted. I always try to instruct the students that it's very important to not plant the seeds too deep. If you make a hole very, very deep and put a tiny seed in there, the weight of the soil on top of it is so heavy that the little seed, when it germinates, cannot break through the soil to get into the sunlight. Then the baby seed will die underground and you won't have a crop. If the seeds are very fine and very tiny, you can usually just use your fingers to rake the top of the soil and scatter them in and then rake again. They'll come up fine. You want to plant them about a 1/4 inch deep. If you're teaching the students, a good rule is to tell them to make their seed hole only up to the top of their fingernail. The larger the seed is, the deeper it will need to be planted. You want to cover the seed gently with soil. Make sure that when they cover their baby seed with the soil, not to pat it down really hard. When they do that, it makes a crust. And it would be like me trying to bust my head through the roof of my house. It's not going to happen. And then what happens is the baby seed will die underground again, and again, you don't have a crop. So make sure that you plant your seeds at the proper depth. You want to cover the seed gently with soil. It's also very important to consider spacing when you plant seeds. Why is that important? Because every plant needs its space. It needs room to grow. And if they're too crowded, then there's not enough water and food in the soil for all of them. One of the consequences of crowded seedlings is because they're not getting enough of what they need, they can get kind of sick, and that's not good. Sick plants usually attract pests, and once you have pests in, they're going to eat your vegetables. And they also can't stretch their leaves out to catch sunlight, to make energy, so they can grow up to be healthy and strong. So what can we do to make sure that we planted our seeds with the right spacing? First, you can follow the spacing directions on the seed package. But a lot of times with students, they can be a bit heavy-handed with the seeds. And you wind up with 50 plants growing where there can only be maybe 2. Another step is to thin them. I like to use kid scissors. They're tiny and they can get right in there. You can cut the extra sprouts out to leave the desired sprout to grow. Those are perfect to throw in your salad. Or you can very gently grab at the base of the stem and pull the crowded babies out. And if you get a good root system on them, you can replant them somewhere else in your garden where they have space to grow. And then water it, give it some love, and pretty soon you'll have some tasty things to eat. Make sure you follow your instructions on the package, or get your instructions from your farmer at Green Our Planet. Thank you for joining us today in the garden. I'm Brenda Rodriguez with Green Our Planet, and we'll see you again soon.